viewers, welcome to another game of the Casual Pro Gamer. Today we're doing an Udyr game and I'm going to have to be a little bit quiet. So yeah, not everyone is awake in this house, not everyone works during the day, it seems. I'm going to have to be a little bit quiet, so I'm sorry for not yelling at my computer at the moment. But yeah, that is the way it is sometimes. I should have cast this first and then made my video that I was actually working on. Because for those of you who don't know, I have another channel that does science videos, and I was actually making a video for that. But I could have done that, well, right now. That wouldn't have been a problem, because that actually is recorded, well, at once. And then the rest of the video takes way more time to make. But yeah, for those of you interested, it is youtube.com/physicsmadefun, and yeah, you can follow that as well. I think it has some pretty nice subjects so far. So we are going up against Xin Zhao, Victor, and Twitch. And Twitch is of course very interesting on this map. Although, well, without wards, it doesn't really matter who you play. Well, ganking wise. But it is still a very interesting champion to have. Well, Twitch is just a very interesting champion in general because, well, the way he plays is, yeah, just you can be very aggressive with him. Look at that damage. That is insane. Oh, almost got the kill. Oh, so close already. And I'm going to put the directed camera on because otherwise I'm going to stick with that lane all day. And that might not be smart. So anyhow, they are both melee champions. So and with that early domination there, Udyr is going to, well, dominate this lane for quite a while. Obviously both of these guys come up. Kha'Zix versus Victor now. And yeah, the Twitch actually flashing invisible. And yeah, the Teemo has to flash out. But yeah, Teemo still safe and drew out a flash, so that's good. Obviously, Teemo is pretty good against any kind of ranged, well, champion. Yeah, well, AD champion, I mean. Because with the blind, you can actually do pretty nicely. And wow, that was a huge waste of barrier there on Victor, but he is going to get the first blood. Very nicely done. The Teemo overextended quite a bit and there was no way they were going to well, make him survive. He went for the kill on Twitch, and obviously that did not really work out because Twitch actually survived and he then well, completely failed. And failing dude actually doesn't fail, so nicely done. Gets an actual nice kill there. Even though it was pretty close to him dying, and of course it was pretty risky because he let all of those minions get away. But because those minions were no longer there, there was no protection for the Xin Zhao, and that's why, well, he didn't get the kill back. Otherwise he would have gotten the kill back. But yeah, Kha'Zix very bursty. And Kha'Zix is of course, well, just a good champion for that first initiate. So once you land that, that early damage, this is cute. But you're not going to capture it this way, I think. And he's not going to capture it. Oh, he is going to capture it. Teemo, wake up, dude. Oh, Teemo, really? Oh, Teemo screwed up so hard there. Oh my god. That was just plain bad. I mean, Teemo should have revealed himself a little bit earlier, even if it is just to disrupt the capture. Because now the enemy team has both captures, so they're going to get 3 extra gold for each minion. And not only that, they're also going to get 10% extra damage on everything, and or 10% extra AP, 10% extra attack damage. And that is a huge advantage you get, especially if you just give it away. I mean, if you have if you don't have enough power deal with it, so to capture that altar. So if you have to give it to them, yeah, well, it's the way it is. I mean, you can deal with it, but in this case, it is so unnecessary to give away such a big advantage. And Udyr, he is playing a game of hide and seek here. He has been in both lanes over the course of the game, and of course, he is now jungling and then ganking, and that is an awesome strategy, because if he can make that work, and Teemo once again running the wrong way, but this time he might actually escape because there are two allies coming, and Teemo can hide if he's invisible for 2 seconds. He can hide, and he is going to hide, and there you go. Teemo helps with the kill. Very nice rescue from the rest of the team. They get 2 kills out of that? I think 2 kills, but I'm not actually sure if they got 2 kills. Yeah, I am assuming as much. I forgot whether the victor actually died. But yeah, the respawn times are very short still. So it's not really a problem. So yeah, the Twitch really needs a little bit of movement speed if he wants to catch up with Teemo, because Teemo obviously has that move quick, which passively gives him movement speed as well as actively. And yeah, just the combination of those two makes that, yeah, you really can't catch up with him on a small map like this. So as you can see, large amounts of damage being traded over and over in this top lane. And it is Kha'Zix coming out ahead because, well, Xin really can't stay in to do the damage. And oh no, should have waited a little bit until he could aim that better. But he's not going to get the kill now. Yeah, 2 of the allies of that Xin actually showing up. And Kha'Zix is going to be in trouble. He's going to have to run out. And well, poorly placed summoner, stun platform. It makes that, yeah, he can just walk out, no problem, no problem. The Twitch picking up a little bit of jungle, and all in all, they are now losing an altar and not getting a kill back in return. So yeah, the Teemo does get the altar this time. Oh, after a silly move the first time, I still don't understand what he was doing there. Or, well, how he didn't realize that, well, the capture was already complete. But I guess he was just too afraid of the Victor. You don't have to be afraid of Victor. There's a reason people don't play him. But, well, Victor is still someone that if you are skilled with him, you can do a lot of damage and you can do very well. But most people just aren't very skilled with him because, well, you need to play a lot of games with him. Just like Cassiopeia. You need to play a lot of games with these kind of champions to know what to do, and plus that stun platform is just silly. I mean, just give him a stun already, then he would be good. But yeah, that stun platform can potentially stun people, and multiple people even, but yeah, it really normally doesn't work like that. I mean, why not give him a stun like, well, everyone else? Just give him an aimable stun that just applies at some point, not applies after 2 seconds, because yeah, that against most champions that is completely useless. I mean, these 2 champions, for example, both have movement speed increases, so they're just going to run out, assuming they have good enough well, reflexes. And the Kha'Zix, of course, has a jump, so yeah, you're not going to catch him either. But if you have an aimed stun like Tarek, then yeah, you won't have that problem. You will always catch them. It will not always result in a good position on the guy that you stun, but well, that's the way it goes. Anyhow, Twitch dying, and that means that yeah, Twitch is going to come back a little bit late for this team fight. But it is very, very dangerous for the purple team here. Little bit of heal. Well, he tried to heal a little bit, but really couldn't make it work. Teemo is going to pick up that healing thingy. And he is going to ward up a little bit of the map, at least, with those mushrooms. Those mushrooms are, of course, one of the few ways in which you can ward this. Because, well, with the wards disabled, there's really nothing that you can do about that. And yeah, you can't see anything happening. And with the Teemo mushrooms, you not only make the well, certain spots on the map visible, but also you kind of, well, you slow down the movement speed of, well, enemy champions, which means that you basically enlarge the map for your enemies, because it takes them longer to get to the bottom lane or the top lane, wherever they're going. And so the transitions take longer, and with the transitions taking longer, the map looks like it's bigger to them, but not to you. So Teemo, excellent pick for this map, although it is of course a very squishy champion, and you do have to take care of that. So Twitch, yeah, in a little bit of trouble here, but he is out of mana, but he is still healthy enough to do, well, several things. But it seems that he has he's in no real trouble. Here goes the aggression on Kha'Zix. Kha'Zix is going invisible and is going to just walk out of it. No problem at all. So yeah, we haven't seen Udyr in quite a while. He has been doing stuff, but he's just not been in the fights, it seems. The fights are really all over the place at this point, and there we are. Just as I mentioned him, the next fight is of course going to be with Udyr, but there's not a whole lot of fighting going on at the moment. They're not really grouping up yet. Although at this point, yeah, you can pretty much do that. There's no real use in farming anymore. You might as well just group up, get a kill and get a tower, because by this time, well, all you need to do in the early game is make sure you get enough items and enough levels that you can actually take out towers with, well, 2 or 3 champions, and then all you need to do is group up, get a kill, get a tower, rinse and repeat. So nice amount of damage going off there and immediately grabbing the kill. As I said, those mushrooms are so useful, and yeah, they immediately took the profit from that one, because once Victor ran into a mushroom, it was immediately over. And look at the damage Teemo is doing. He's definitely building some AP there. Yeah. So nice amount of AP. Here, I like these full AP builds. They're risky, but they're definitely worth it. And Teemo is going to come in here, do some damage, do more damage, and yeah, it's going to be good enough. There you go. Wow, nicely done. And wow, in the bottom lane, in the meantime, we had apparently an engage between these two, between Udyr and Twitch. And Twitch came out, well, slightly worse, because he has to recall. Well, he's not going to, but he should. And of course the Teemo mushrooms, because you can place up to 40, it is, yeah, they're pretty useful. I believe up to 40. It used to be something like that. I think it's like 42 that you can place if nobody runs into them. Because they last for 10 minutes, and 10 minutes is a long time. But, well, knowing that, if you know that yeah, well, everyone knows they last for 10 minutes, but if you know that, well, scouting is so important here, you need to place down some mushrooms in places where people never walk, but walk past, if you catch my drift. So you place them in a spot where people normally don't walk, so they won't take out the mushrooms, but instead you use your mushroom to scout whether someone is walking by. And by doing so, you kind of have a 10-minute ward on the map. And if you do that on multiple positions, you will have very good vision. And yeah, there aren't a whole lot of spots that never get, where it never gets taken out. But still, if you can find such spots on the map, on Summoner's Rift there are a lot of those spots. But here all the hallways are very narrow, all the paths. So it makes it a lot harder, but it is very valuable to have that scouting information and to just, yeah, well, have your mushrooms everywhere. Because the problem with the Teemo mushrooms when they get taken out is that, well, you can have them on the map, but yeah, there are only like 3 on the map at all times. and you can get a lot more out of that. I don't know the current cooldown for the mushrooms, but it used to be something like 15 seconds or so. 27 currently, but we are at level 1, so we'll have to see if he reaches level 3, what that actually is going to, well, be. Yeah, plenty of mushrooms around here, and obviously he ran into 2 mushrooms, which doesn't do anything, but it was a very good coverage of the mushrooms. There was no way that guy was going to get out. The ultimate from Victor comes out, killing the Teemo instantly. It wasn't actually necessary to use the ultimate there. But Victor is going to die now because he doesn't have an ultimate. Well, not that it would have saved him, but still. The Udyr, of course, much stronger than Victor at this point. And yeah, well, one of the reasons why Victor isn't played as much... Well, no, he's never been played. Come on. He's just a failed champion. One of the reasons that nobody ever plays him is because he's really not that powerful. He doesn't have good burst. He doesn't have good sustained damage. I mean, Ryze has good sustained damage, and Veigar has good sustain. Or well, yeah, let's take those two. So, if you want some hybrid thing, then I think this would be an okay champion. But as I said, the stun is very unreliable. The stun from Veigar is way more reliable. So the stun from Ryze is also, well, it's not a stun technically. But the result is the same. Someone is standing in place, and yeah, you can do all the damage that you want to them. So his stun platform is just completely worthless for most purposes. The flash from Teemo is a little bit overzealous. He is not going to be able to finish off the kill because, well, he was just too far away. So he should have just, well, concentrated on doing something else instead of scaring off the Twitch, because once you scare off Twitch, he's not going to come back. He's just going to heal. This is a small map. Oh, he is going to come back now. Oh man, is he really this stupid? Seriously? Oh my god. Yeah, just tower dive him, kill him. Easy. I really have no clue what he was doing there. Did he really think they wouldn't tower dive him? Or did he think that that one shot that he did was actually going to matter? I don't know. I would like to know though. I would like to ask him. But anyhow. We're going to take out top tower, we're going to take out bottom tower, and this is what I was talking about. If you have enough levels, and they have had enough levels for about, well, 5 to 10 minutes, you can just take out whole towers when you push a team, when you kill some members of that team. And Teemo should have ran out way earlier here. Not when he was attacking the tower, I mean, when he saw the Zinzao, he should have ran out, placed the mushroom, just kept running, because the Udyr was with him, and once Udyr engages, he can go on the same target, but once someone runs towards him, he needs to run further back, because that's the way you play those squishy ranged champions. Udyr can take all the damage he wants, so nobody wants to really attack him, but he's going to be all up in your face, and he's going to... Wow, why would you steal that? Anyway, he's going to be all up in your face, so at some point you will have to attack him. And the surrender already coming in, well, it's 13-4, so I guess it's kind of rightfully so. Sorry that I had to be a little bit quiet here, but yeah, well, that's the way it goes sometimes, as I said. Hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time. GG.